California side.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanशलाकया Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ajanulambito bhajo kadakvadato sankirtane kapitro kamlayataksho vishambaro dujvaro yugadharma palo vande jagat priyakaro karunaavataro. Mahabodhe sthire kanakaruchira nila shikare vasana prasadanta sahaj balabhadrena balina subhadra madhyasta sakala sura seva vasarado Jagannatha Swami Nayan Patagami Bhavatme. Shri Jagannatha Swami Nayan Patagami Bhavatme. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikanta Radhakanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Hari Priye. Vishnu Sarg Visargadi Navlaksha Lakshitam Krishnakhyam Paramadham Jagadham Namami Yad. Pramada Madana Leela Kandare Kandarate Rachayati Navayuno Dandamasmi Namada. Iti Kela Karnath Lagna Kasya Deorame Nija Nikat Nivasam Dehi Bhavo Vardhana Tvam. Nija Nikat Nivasam Dehi Bhavo Vardhana Tvam. Devi Krishna Mai Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mai Sarva Kanti Samho Nihi Paraha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nikhil Shruti Mauli Ratmala Durti Niradita Pad Pankajanto Ay Mukta Kulayupasmanam Paritastam Harinam Sanshayami. Hare Krishna.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Yes, amazing. Fragrant flower?
From our garden. Madhavi made it.
Jasmine.
Yes,
That's nice.
and then touch the lotus feet of Shri Radha Govind.
Yes.
More fragrant.
Yes.
Srila Gurudev installed them for Radhanath before.
So, again, very auspicious day. Jagannath Snan Purnima.
Ribo.
We all take shower every day, right?
Put that closer.
Yes.
And we close our doors to take shower. It's a private room. When Lord takes shower, it's public. Public bathing. No door closed. Two times in a year, Jagannath comes out. One time is when he's getting public bathing, which is today, Snan Purnima in Jagannath Puri. And after 21 days, what?
He get cold, right?
Hmm?
They get cold.
Rath Yatra.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This shows Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada establishing we Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we believe in the personal features of the Lord. We are not following the other marg, the karma marg, the jnana marg, the process of following jnana. Those who believe Lord has no form, He is nishaktik, He has no potency, He is nirguna, He has no qualities, and He has no form, impersonalism. But this is a direct answer. And refuting their arguments and establishing the Vaishnavism, the doctrine of Vaishnavism, which believes in duality, master and servant. Krishna's features, His qualities beyond the three material qualities, means three modes of material nature: Sattvagun, Rajagun and Tamagun. And that's why He's Nirguna. These words are in Vedas. You know? But Veda speaks indirect, not direct. Parokshabad Vedoham Balanam Anushashanam. Bhagavatam describes Vedas speaks paroksh, indirectly. Nirguna. So now you can derive many meanings with that. Nirguna means impersonally said he has no gunas, he has no qualities. But Vaishnavas say no, the meaning is he is beyond three modes of material nature. He is nishaktik. That's a word in Veda. He has no potency. And he has no form. He has no pastimes. And that's why Krishna told in Gita, Avijanti ma mudam. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, very fond of this verse. Avajanti ma mudam manushya tanu ashrita. Those who considered me as ordinary human being, they are foolish. Krishna's name, form, qualities, pastimes and parikars, they are all transcendental. Nitai charan satya tahar seva kanitya. The lotus feet of Shri Nityam Prabhu is Satya. Satya means all truth. Not simple truth, ultimate truth. Tahar Sevak Nitya. The servants of Shri Nityam Prabhu, the associates of Nityam Prabhu, they are also all truth, ultimate truth. Undivided. Advai Gyan Paratattva. And that's the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam. The very first verse of Bhagavatam describes Satyam Param Dhimahi. 2 times in Bhagavatam this verse came. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Kasmani Vibhasitam Tule Gyan Pradipura Tad Rupena Narad Punya Krishna Tadi Rupena Tad Vilam Vishoknitam Satyam Param Dhimahi. That's in the last. But Bhagavatam starts with Satyam Param Dhimahi. Meditate on Param Sakti, the ultimate truth. And that's it. That is Krishna, the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran, which has 10 symptoms. The Puranas have 5 symptoms. What makes Bhagavatam Mahapuran? We cannot say Bhagavatam is Purana. Bhagavatam is Mahapurana because 10 symptoms. What are those 10 symptoms? Ata sarg visarg sthanam poshnam utihi manvantar ishanukatha nirod muktir ashraya. Start with sarg means creation. And who desires the creation? Narayan, Lord. That's sarg lila. And then sub creation, which we hear created by Brahma. So it starts with 3rd canto. Sarg, Visarg. 5th canto is Sthanam. 6th canto is Poshanam.
Nourishment.
Nourishment. Seventh canto is Utihi, means karma vasanas, the desires. Eighth canto, Manvantra, the stories of Manvantras. Churning of ocean, Vaman Bhagwan. Ninth canto, Ish Anukatha. Ish means Lord. Anu means those who are servants of Lord, means the stories of the kings, those who are dedicated to Krishna, the devotees of Krishna. Amrish Maharaj. Ish Anukatha. Then Nirodh is 12th canto. Mukti is 12th canto, 11th canto. And 10th canto is Ashraya. Shelter of all other 9 cantos. Ashraya. Dashme Dashmam Ashrita Ashrita Vigraham Krishnakhyam Param Dham Jagadham Namamiyat. Sridhar Swami in his commentary is writing Dashme Dashmam. 10th canto is Ashraya. So, Krishna, Jagannath, who is Krishna, is Advaigyan Paratattva. Is the answer to those who don't believe in the pastimes, in the futures of the Lord. He is having public bathing. All demigods. Public means, if you ever see in Jagannath Puri or Snan Purnima, thousands of people in the street. And they bring Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Sudarshan from inside, put them on the dais, and everyone seeing this. Thousands of people. Plus 33 million demigods. There also. They can't resist because it's not ordinary personality, it's Jagannath, the Lord of universe. So if Lord is getting bathing,
Oh yeah, we all get watch.
demigods can't resist. They're also saying this. But that means, is Jagannath only getting bathing once a year? What's happening inside the temple? He can bathe every day, but not direct on his transcendental body.
Mantra.
No.
Mirror. Right?
There is a golden mirror which the pujari keep in front of Jagannath. His reflection on the mirror, and they bathe the mirror.
Oh.
In this way, Jagannath gets bathed every day. It's archan. Reflection on the golden mirror and then bathing. Of course with the mantras. But direct bathing once a year on this day, Snan Purnima. He comes out, open bathing, 108 kalashas. With so many mantras and sanctified water from so many tirthas. Jagannath get bathed today. Srila Gaur Govind Goswami Maharaj, I'm just seeing him here. He described, today is the birth of Jagannath. When a child takes birth, when Krishna took birth in Gokul, what happened? There was cutting of umbilical cord and bathing. And not only Krishna took bath, but his father, this principal, father also supposed to take bath in a holy river and give charity to Brahmins, to devotees. So Nandas to Atma Jutpanne Jat Halad Mahamana Ayu Vipravedgya Snat Suchir Alankrita. Nandutsav. First verse of Nandutsav Srimad Bhagavatam. When Nand Maharaj heard, a boy have taken birth from the womb of Mother Yashoda, he took bath in Jamuna and he gave charity. So many cows. Nandas to Atma Utpanni. Shri Shukdev Goswami establishing the fact that it's not that this son has brought from somewhere. This is your own son. Nandas to Atmaj Utpanni. Atmaj means your son, Atma. Shastra says, Atma hi jaite hai putraha. Father's own soul take birth as a son. The Shastras. Atma hi jaite putra. With that principle, is your son. So Shindan Maharaj, he took bath in Jamuna, applied tilak, and he decorated himself with so many ornaments. A beautiful description. He's wearing a turban and wearing beautiful kurtas and all those bracelets, necklace, earrings, and the necklace of pearls,
Oh, wow.
and giving so much donation. So Srila Gaur Govind Goswami Maharaj described Jagannath Snan Purnima means what? The birth of Jagannath. What is the meaning birth of Jagannath? Shri Jagannath is from Satyuga. But don't we celebrate Janmashtami every year? The birth of Krishna?
Yes.
Krishna appeared 5,000 years back. But was Krishna not present before that? Yes or no?
Yes.
What is evidence? What is evidence?
He was there before.
If anyone asks you this question,
Oh, the incarnations of Krishna, all the 10 avatars.
Krishna himself.
Krishna was present 5,000 years back. What is evidence?
Oh, the Bhagavad Gita.
What Bhagavad Gita? Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita not before him, in his presence.
So you ask, if Krishna was there, what's the evidence? So then his, you can say his family was the evidence?
In Treta Yuga, the Yuga of Lord Ram, there were so many rishis in the forest. They were chanting Gopal mantra for thousands of years. When Ram was in Dandakarni, in the forest, thousands of rishis chanting Gopal mantra. So from where the Gopal mantra came? If Krishna is not present prior to his birth,
Right.
so they were chanting Gopal mantra and got attracted to see the beauty of Lord Ram, and they expressed their desire. They want to serve Lord Ram with conjugal love. Sri Ram said, no, possible. Ek Patni Vrat, only Sita.
Oh, Sita.
This is in Valmiki Ramayana?
Hmm? Only one Patni, Sita. And then, what will happen to those rishis? That's the nature of Krishna. That's the nature of Lord. He can't say no to anyone. And Srila Gurudev said, what to speak of his associates, even a neophyte who trying to serve Krishna, and he renounce some things for Krishna, his attachments, Krishna is bound to hear his prayers. That's the nature of Krishna. So rishis expressed the desire, we want to serve you with conjugal mood. And Lord Ram said, no, it's not possible. He said no, but he has to follow their,
Yeah, to fulfill the
to
desire.
fulfill their desires. So then all these rishis came as gopis. And Krishna fulfilled their desires. Right? So this is one evidence. That Krishna is present prior to his own appearance. There are many, I'm just counting one or two. Then go back to Satyuga. Dhruv Maharaj in Satyuga, he received the mantra from Naraji. What is that mantra? Om Namo Bhagavate.
Vasudevaya.
Who's Vasudev?
Krishna.
Why I'm saying this? Because when I'm preaching in India, I get arguments from the Pandits.
Oh, wow.
They want evidence. Then I ask them, when Dhruv Maharaj, you read Bhagavatam? Yes. So Dhruv Maharaj, which yuga? Satyuga. And what mantra he received? Om Namo Bhagavate Vas. So where is Vasudev then? Then they have no answer. Vasudev means Krishna. You know? And now there are many details in that. Who is Vasudev?
Krishna, son of Vasudev.
Which Vasudev?
the wife, the husband of Devaki.
No. Another name of Nand Maharaj is also Vasudeva.
Oh,
Also
Just like another name of
Another-
Yashoda is Devaki.
Devaki.
Yeah.
Dui name Nand Bharjya, Devaki Yashodascha.
Mm.
Rupa Goswami writing. Another name of Yashoda Maya is also Devaki.
Mm, right.
wow.
And that's why Devaki from Mathura and Yashoda Maya from Gokul, they are very close friendship because their name resembles.
Mm.
You know? If Radhanath Prabhu is here and any other devotee comes to the name of Radhanath, oh, your name is Radhanath? My name is also Radhanath. Then it was a friendship. Oh, our names are similar. That's why Yashoda Maya and Devaki, Mother Yashoda and Mother Devaki, they are very close friends.
Mm.
Because other name of Yashoda is also Devaki. But how we can prove that Nand Maharaj is Vasudeva?
I've never seen that written.
Because if you hear Gurudev lecture,
Mm.
he described Vasu, Drona and Dhara
Mm. Right.
and Prishni Sutapa.
Mm.
Prishni Sutapa, they perform austerities. And when the Lord appeared in front of them, they desire what? We want a son like you.
Right.
That's all. So very specific. Careful when you ask anything from Lord. As per Dhruv Maharaj also teaching us.
Mm.
Later he repented. What I did.
Right.
Kacha vichinpe api divyaratnam swami kirtartha asmi varam na yache. What I did. I came for broken pieces of glass and what I got? A transcendental divine jewel. Means the darshan of the Lord. So Prishni Sutapa, they asked, we want a son like you. Said, oh, like me, no one is compared to me. I'll become your son. But they didn't ask for Vatsalya, interaction, loving, motherly interaction. They didn't ask for that. So therefore, Prishni Sutapa, Vasu, they entered in the body of Devaki and Vasudeva in Mathura.
Mm.
But another couple, Drona Dhara,
Mm.
when they perform austerities, they ask boon from Brahma.
Mm.
We want Vatsalya, affection for Krishna.
Wow.
Specifically.
Drone and Dhara.
Drona Dhara. We want affection, affectionate reciprocation with the Lord. And because of their desire like this, they entered in the body of Shri Nanda Maharaj and Shri Yashoda.
Yes.
And entering in the body of Mother Yashoda, they are relishing, the tasting that Vatsalya Bhava. So this is another reason why Lord appears, why he incarnate, to fulfill the desires of so many who are performing austerities, and they alone cannot get entrance, because to get entrance in the pastime of the Lord, to have interaction with Him, they have to be Vishuddha Sattva. It's a little complicated. They have to be little Vishuddha Sattva. And these Vasus, they cannot be Vishuddha Sattvas.
Mm.
So they take shelter of the associates of the Lord to relish this kind of pastimes.
Mm.
So Nanda Baba and Yashoda are coming from Goloka Vrindavan, but then these fortunate souls get to come in their bodies and experience.
Those who got granted boons and all, they enter in the bodies of the associates and they relish this.
Mm.
Yes, Prabhu.
That was my question. Think you answered. Yeah. So that's how it happens. So they enter in the body of
Yes.
that person.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so
And-
impressive.
But in the Gaur Parikar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu associates is more. This combination of 2 or 3 together.
Mm.
Just like Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself is not 1, is 2.
Mm.
It's Radha Krishna combined. His associates also have so many in them.
Madhvacharya is also 3 in 1.
Mhm.
Madhvacharya is also 3 in 1.
It's combined form of Bhim and Hanuman.
And one more.
Yes.
Vayu. Vayu also.
And who?
Hmm?
Yes.
Why?
Right.
No, not Vyasadeva.
So can jivas, by desiring very strongly, and then the
Not
Lord-
jivas.
not jivas, cannot come in the bodies of the eternal associates, appearances. So Drona and Tara,
Not
they're
ordinary
Vishuddha-
jivas.
they're Shuddha Sattva, Vishuddha
Shuddha
Sattva.
Sattva. And that's why they enter with Vishuddha Sattva.
But what was their status? They said the Charan, like who are they? Their, what is their Shreni? Which Shreni to the which kind of jeeves they are?
They are special, Vishishta Jeev. Not ordinary Jeevs. They are Vishishta Jeevs. Just like, what is the meaning of Shakta Vishavtar? When Krishna infused his potency in some Jiva, so we can say Jiva means not like us. These are Vishishta Jivas. Special Jivas, not ordinary like us. When he infuses potency, they are called Shakta Vishavtaras. So Drondhara, they are Vasu. And because they enter in the body of Nand Maharaj, there's another name of Nand Maharaj, Vasudeva.
Okay.
You know? These are in the commentaries.
There's a new commentaries by whom?
Hmm?
You say the commentaries by whom?
By our acharyas. There is not one or two, there are so many. Sridhar Swami, Vishnu Chakur Thakur, Jeev Goswami, Sanatan Goswami.
They're all agreeing.
Many details. And Gurudev used to tell this on every Janmashtami, the story of Drondhara and Prishni Sutapa. So,
They
Hari
can't
Bol,
hear it back there.
Hare Krishna. Can't hear.
Turn on the volume.
The thing is, if I
No,
turn
I
it,
think it's just.
if I turn it
Can
up
you hear
a
me
little
now?
bit, it starts to.
I'm
feedback.
speaking low. I'm going to speak loud now. So, the birth of Jagannath. Srila Gaur Govind Goswami Maharaj described that on this day, how we can establish and describe the birth of Jagannath? So because the 3 logs of wood came floating on the bank of Jagannath Puri, on the sea, on this day. And King Indradyumna, he took those 3 logs of wood and all that story about building, making Jagannath with that. He established this. And that's why today is the birth of Jagannath. He gets shower.
Love Kalivar is not this.
No, that's different. Shower. And he wonderfully described the pastime. Is the body of Jagannath this ordinary body?
No.
It's Mahabhav Prakash.
Yes.
How he became Jagannath? Jagannath means, who is Jagannath? Krishna, right?
Krishna.
But Krishna is 3-band form. But Jagannath is not 3-band form.
It's kind of formalized, right?
Jagannath is straight. Big eyes, hands shrink, feet went in. How we can say this Krishna? He is Krishna? Krishna is 3-band. Sham Sundar, Shikhanda Shekhar, Smera Hasya, Murali Manohar. His 3-band carrying flute and peacock feather. But we don't place peacock feather on Jagannath. That's Gaudiya Siddhanta. We don't do that. Because there's so many reasons. You know? There's so many reasons. So, what I was saying.
Jagannath has a form, he shrink his body.
Yes.
Smedha
It's not 3-band form. How he became Jagannath? By hearing his own Braj pastimes. How powerful is the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan that make Krishna turn out to the form of Jagannath, which is not ordinary form, is Mahabhav Prakash.
So is that Dwarkadish Krishna who became full of Mahabhav hearing about his own Braj Leela?
Because in Dwarika, there are 2.5 Braj Parikars. 2.5. Who's 2.5? One is Balaram, Baldev Prabhu. He's totally familiar with Braj Bhav. Baldev Prabhu. है ना? And Rohini Maiya.
Right.
She's from Braj. And she's familiar. And half, who is the half?
Uddhav?
Uddhav ji. Why half?
Yani?
He is some opulence and reverential mood.
Who is initiated by the gopis?
Initiated by the gopis. But who also familiar with Braj Bhav, the moods of Vrindavan. Yes. But still his Dwarka Parikar.
Naradaji?
That's what Param Gurudev is writing. In Srila Gurudev is writing Param Gurudev biography. And there he's writing that conversation with Srila Param Gurudev had with Bhakti Raksha Srila Gosai Maharaj and all other acharyas.
Right.
So Param Gurudev said, Uddhav, he came to Braj, he saw the glories of Brajvasis and he's praying the dust on the lotus feet of Radharani. So he understood
Something.
the mood of Braj. He saw something which is so impossible and difficult to see by the mercy of Krishna. Being Karuna Sindhu, he sent Uddhav to go and see. And after hearing the jalpas of Radharani, praying for the dust from the lotus feet of Asam Oho Charan Renu Jusham Yam Syam. I want what? A dust from the lotus feet of Radharani. Singular tense, there's no plural tense. One gopi. That's Radharani. So Param Gurudev said, then why he don't become gopi? Because he is Dwarka Parikar. His Dwarka Parikar. Even though he saw this. And what he's doing? At Uddhav Kund, he became a grass. Why? To want to get the dust from the lotus feet of Radharani. But why he can't become gopi? Because he's Dwarka Parikar. He can glorify, he can praise, pray, but he can't become gopi. Because he's fixed there.
It's fixed in that moment.
Param Gurudev is writing this. So Shri Uddhav ji, who's familiar with the Aishwarya, the opulence of Krishna, is familiar with the sweetness of Krishna, and is also familiar with the pastime of Krishna. What is evidence? Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam describes. Swayam tu samya atish tirdhi swaraj lakshmi apta samasta kama balami hidri vichira lokapala kirat koti yadabada pita. Where Krishna placed his lotus feet on the seat, many great personalities, demigods, Brahma, Shiva, they come and bow down with the crowns on the seat where Krishna is placing his lotus feet. And there's always a sound heard by the gatekeepers, the doorkeepers. Oh, Brahma is coming. Oh, Shiva is there. Oh, Indra is there. And there's always sound. Tung, tung, tung. Kirat koti yadabada pita. There's the opulence of Krishna. Who uttered this verse? Uddhav. He also described the Madhurya of Krishna. Yan marta lila upayakam sayog maya balam drishita grihat vismanan swasya cha svabhagarde param padam bhushnam bhushnam anganam. Krishna, when he descends his material world, he exhibits his beauty which is unparalleled and which is so beautiful that when ornaments are being placed on his transcendental body, the ornaments are there not to make Krishna beautiful, but ornaments by touching the
Became his more.
transcendental body of Krishna, they get ornamented. Bhushnam Bhushnam Anganam. The ornaments get ornamented. And that's why in Vrindavan, Rasik Vaishnavas, they describe why Yashoda Maya put so many ornaments on the body of Krishna. To make him beautiful. Is that the reason? Is he less beautiful? No. To cover the beauty of Krishna. She put earrings, she put this waist belt and all these ankle bells, covering Krishna with ornaments to cover his beauty, because if anyone see Krishna from toe to head without any covering, get faint, unconscious. So Yashoda Maya, she's saving everyone. Bhushanam Bhushanam Anganam. The ornaments are there to get ornamented with the divine touch of Krishna. And who is saying this? Uddhav. This shows the madhurya, the sweetness of Krishna. And then the pastimes of Krishna. Oho Bakiyam Stanakalakutam Jigasabaya Piya Sadvi Lebe Gati Datri Uchitam Tato Anyam Kamba Dayalum Sharanam Brajena. Who can be more merciful than Krishna? Who killed Putana, a demon but disguised as mother? And Krishna gave very high destination in his abode. So Uddhav is familiar with this. So 2.5. Parikar. And everything starts with a question. I very often say this. Every philosophy, Hari Katha, starts with a question. The divine form of Jagannath, which we see, a merciful form, the compassionate form, actually the ocean of mercy, Karuna Sindhu, form of Krishna, we were just discussing yesterday, is Jagannath. Who manifest, who didn't want it to manifest, he wants to hide. But with the prayers of Narad, to benefit the entire world, whoever going to come and see Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri or wherever you have established, definitely get Krishna Prem. Because this is not ordinary form. This is transcendental Mahabhav Prakash form of Jagannath. Not the body is distorted. There is no distortion in the transcendental realm. In the transcendental domain. The Lord cannot get distorted. But this is what? Mahabhav Prakash. Which can only manifest in Vishuddha Sattva. And Jagannath, Krishna, he got this from hearing of one of the Braj Parikar, Shri Rohini Maya. And starts with a question. And who's questioning? The queens. How many queens?
10,108. 16,108.
Krishna will be angry to you.
Yes. Hey, I have.
Where is my 6,000?
6,000 more.
16,108 queens. Surprise. We are so many and we are not able to please Krishna. Why? Because he's weeping and crying, calling out Radhe, Radhe. The pillow gets drenched with tears. What is that love? Because Krishna was only 10 years, 2 months. Some days he left Gokul. And then killing Kamsa and Dwarka. It's been so many years. What was that love which is not even forgetting now? After so many years. Why he feel that separation? That was the question. To Mother Rohini. And because she is Braj Parikar, she can very well describe this. She said, I can tell, but it's going to be difficult for...
Shut the doors.
If Krishna will hear this. So shut the doors. Yeah. And then Subhadra, she's hearing this. The pastimes of Krishna in Braj. How powerful is that? That's the evidence. When Subhadra Devi, she heard this, what happened? transformed.
Yeah.
She became like this. Big eyes, dilated eyes, big smile, hands and feet get shrunk. And seeing this, Baldev Prabhu as well as Krishna, both.
So Subhadra was inside or outside?
She was outside the gate,
Outside the gate.
but she was hearing, opening a little bit opening, hearing,
Ear to the door.
ears to the doors.
Everything now.
And seeing this, Krishna also heard. And when Krishna heard, what happened? Jagannath. He became like this.
Fainted.
And Naradji came. I've seen this. Narad, what you saw? You can't hide this, Prabhu. My humble request, please show this form to everyone. Oh no, Narad. People get confused. Once upon a time in Indian family, I'm so surprised in Indian family. Those are familiar with the pastime of Ram and Krishna and all. So when they saw Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, they said, oh, what is this? Ravan and Kumbhakara?
Right.
They don't know Jagannath is Krishna. They say, looks like a Ravan, demon. And the Subhadra, Kumbhakaran, and the sister in between. I say, you stupid, you foolish. You don't understand. Being born in India, you have never heard Jagannath Puri. Say, oh, I heard Jagannath Puri, I never been Jagannath Puri. Go and see. Jagannath is Krishna. But how Krishna became like this? Hearing his own pastimes. So the pastimes, the Braj Leela, is not ordinary Leela. It attracts even the Dwarika Parikars. What to speak of attraction of Braj Parikar? Even Braj Parikar, Mathura Parikar and Dwarika Parikar. Three of them, they are attracted towards Braj pastimes. And even Krishna himself. How Braj Parikar? Mathura Parikar? Evidence. When Krishna came in the arena of Kamsa, then Mathura Ramanis, the beautiful women of Mathura, they got so captivated seeing the beauty of Krishna. And they all uttered a verse. Sri Shukdev Goswami is telling, 10th canto Bhagavatam. Gopyastavam kim achir yadamusha rupam lavanya saram asmaordam ananya siddhim dirgvi pibyanto anusam durapam ekant dham yash shri ashwarasya. Gopyastavam kim achir. They are beautiful ladies from Mathura and they are glorifying Braj Gopis. Oh, what austerities have the Gopis performed? That they are constantly, even now, present tense. Not that they are saying in the past. Pibyanto, in the present tense. They are drinking the nectar of Krishna's beauty. Who's saying this?
Mathura
Ladies of Mathura.
Yes. And they're glorifying whom?
Gopis.
The Gopis.
Totally non-envious, right?
No. They're glorifying Braj Gopis. Dwarka Parikars, Rukmani Satyabhama, Shrimat Pada Raja Shriya. Bhagavatam describes. Shrimat Pada Rajam Shriya. We want the dust from the lotus feet of Krishna, who is ornamented with the dust from the feet of Shri. Who is Shri? So Shri, the word Shri applies to Lakshmi. Shri also applies to queens. They are also Shri. And Shri is also applies to Radharani.
The original Shri.
But when this word Shri, if you read in Ramayana, the pastime of Ram, it applies to Sita Devi. If you hear the word Shri in Vaikuntha Leela, it applies to directly Lakshmi. If you hear this word Shri in Dwarka Leela, it applies to Rukmani Satyabhama. But when we hear the word Shri in Braj Leela, that applies directly to. So queens are saying Shrimad Pada Raja Shriya. The dust of the Krishna which is mixed with the dust of Shri Lakshmi. So they can't say that we want our own dust.
Right.
And they can't glorify Lakshmi because Lakshmi is subordinate to them. They are superior than Lakshmi. You know. So there, Shukdev Goswami described this directly indicates they want the dust of the lotus feet of Radharani, the Braj Gopis.
Of course, because they know Krishna is there in Dwarka, but they know that Krishna is thinking of Radharani and saying her name in his sleep. So they know, oh, who is this Radharani?
Shrimad Padraja Shya. What is that love? He is not forgetting and is still remembering. Uddhav is Dwarka Parikar, right? And what Uddhav is praying? Asamoho Charudenu Jushamyam Syam. I want the dust from the lotus feet of one gopi. And who is that? Radharani. That Uddhav. Okay, who is Bhishma? Is Braj Parikar or Dwarka Parikar?
Vishnu is a Vasu.
Vasu entered in the body of Bhishma.
Oh.
Yes, Bhishma is not Vasu. But Vasu entered in the... Bhishma is eternal associate of Krishna from Dwarka. But Vasu entered in the body of Bhishma. Just like when Pandavas were there, the portion of demigods were present in Pandavas. The portion of demigods. So when we hear...
The fathers were present, you said?
Huh?
In the bodies of the Pandavas. So the fathers of them were present in them? Like Surya was there?
Yes. The portion of demigod, yes. Correct. So when we hear the Pandavas went to Swarga, Swarga Arohan, when they are unfolding their pastimes here, they went to eternal Dwarika. But who went to Swarga? Those portion of demigods who entered in the body of the Pandavas, they went to Swarga. So when Bhishma was on a bed of arrows, leaving his body and waiting for
Krishna.
Uttarayan.
Mm-hmm.
Uttarayan means what?
Certain time of the year.
Sun going in the north.
When sun changes course.
Right.
Uttarayan. There's an auspicious time to leave body. But that's not the purport. Vishnu was waiting for Uttarayan. Uttarayan means Krishna. How Krishna is Uttarayan? Krishna who entered in the womb of Uttara. And he got the name Uttarayan.
Cool.
So Bhishma is waiting for Uttarayan to come. Means Krishna to come. And therefore, when he left his body, then Bhishma, who is eternal associate, Dwarka Parikar, he went to Dwarka and Vasu went in his own place.
Uttara, son of Arjuna.
Krishna entered in the womb of Uttara
To protect
the son of
Parikshit.
Parikshit, the son of Uttara, and that's why he became Uttarayan. Samjhe? Then he became Uttarayan. So, when Bhishma was on the bed of arrows and Krishna is there, Bhishma started performing stutis, prayers. And so amazing. Bhishma is, first of all, Dwarka Parikar. Second is Brahmachari. Never married. But what is meditating on? What is meditating on? If you read the Bhishma prayers, Lalit Galit Vilas Valgu Has Parane Vikshakal Praturmana. He is remembering Braj Gopis. Oh Krishna, when you disappear from Ras Leela, Gopis were imitating your pastimes. Lalit Galit Vilas Valgu Has. How beautiful smile on your face. How you're walking, your steps like dancing. And Gopis were imitating your pastimes. Bhishma is praying this.
How did he get this darshan?
Hmm?
How did he get this darshan?
That's the glories of Braj Bhav. So what to speak of Braj Parikar, even Krishna is attracted to Braj Bhav. And the evidence is Jagannath. The body of Jagannath, transcendental body of Jagannath is what? Hearing his own Vrindavan pastimes, Braj pastimes, is Jagannath.
And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
From his pure devotee.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also Ashtavikar after listening to him. seeing
Yes.
Jagannath.
No. Mahaprabhu, hearing Braj Leela, Braj pastimes, is getting all those transcendental emotions. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Gambhira, with association of Sarup Damodar and Ramanand Rai, hearing those transcendental songs, Vidyapati, Chandidas, Jaydev Goswami, Geet Govinda, used to run away from Gambhira. तीन कपाट प्रभु जाए न वायरे, कबू सिंह द्वार पड़े, कबू सिंधु तीरे. The associates of Mahaprabhu, they lock his door. 3 doors with big locks. No passcode. Big locks.
Was Govinda laying in front of the door? Govinda's laying in front of the door to block.
No. Not Govinda all the time laying outside the door. Sometimes he is. But seeing that Mahaprabhu is always running out and it's so difficult to find him, they lock. But by hearing those, the pastimes of Vrindavan and those songs which stimulating his moods, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he's opening these 3 doors, nobody knows.
At the birth of who, appearance of whom, every lock was opened in Mathura.
Yes.
What is the wonder?
What is the wonder in that?
Only 3 locks.
When Krishna, he appeared in Mathura, all the locks were open. Who is doing this? Yog Maya. Yog Maya. योग माय करिबे अपना प्रभावे, मो विषय गोपीगण उपपति भावे, योग माय करिबे अपना प्रभावे. अमी ना जानी न जानी गोपीगण, दुहु रूप गने दुहु नित्य हरे मन. धर्म छाड़ी राग दोहो करे मिलन, कबू मिले कबू न मिले देवेर घटन. Yog Maya is creating this. And sometime Mahaprabhu is found outside, where? The gate of Lord Jagannath. And Kabu Sindhu Tire, sometime in ocean. Mahaprabhu is running and seeing ocean. And by seeing ocean, which is bluish black in complexion, he remembers Jamuna. Chidanand Bhano, Sadanand Sono, Par Prem Patri, Brahm Drab Gatri.
Aganam Lavitri, Jagakshi Madatri, Pavitri Kriyano, Valpur Mitra Putri.
Very nice. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sing Jamuna and he jumped in the ocean all night in the water. His golden complexion turns to white complexion all night in water. In the morning, Sarup Damodar Goswami, with the mood that I'm going to open the lock. He said, the locks are already open. The doors are open. Where is Mahaprabhu? A big shout. Mahaprabhu disappeared. Shri Ramanand Rai and all associates in all directions searching Mahaprabhu. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? In separation. Search for Mahaprabhu. We don't know in what condition Mahaprabhu is. We don't know what condition. And Mahaprabhu and Sarup Damodar Goswami, he went where? Bam Ki Muhana, the place where we have our Gurudev center. Jai Shri Damodar Gaudiya Math in Jagannath Puri. That's the place where 3 logs of wood came.
Wow.
Exactly there.
That ocean.
Exactly that spot where we have our center in Puri. Bam Ki Muhana. That's why this place is called Chakratirtha. The 3 logs of wood, he came at this spot. And this is a place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was found in water.
Oh, same place.
Same place.
Oh.
Sarup Damodar Goswami came in this direction and he saw a fisherman acting crazy. Hari bol, don't go there. Hari bol. There's a ghost. I'm an ordinary simple fisherman. I spread out my net to get some fish and I found some very heavy fish caught in my neck. And moment I tried to touch that fish, I don't know what happened to me. I got crazy. And I'm chanting Hari bol.
He got bhav. He was swimming in bhav.
Just by touch. And Sarup Damodar Goswami slapped him. He said, don't go there. There is a ghost. I got haunted by a ghost, possessed by a ghost. Then Sarup Damodar Goswami said, I'm exhausted. I know how to take this ghost out. He gave a slap. And he understood, must be Mahaprabhu there. And he saw Mahaprabhu totally, all joints opened. Huge body in water, like all night in water. His golden complexion turned to white his complexion. And Shri Sarup Damodar Goswami, along with some devotees, started performing Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Mahaprabhu opened his eyes. Where am I? Sarup Damodar. What is this kolahal? Kolahal means disturbance. Why are you making disturbance? You disturb me. And on this point, Srila Bhakti-Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, he used to give very profound commentary. The purpose of Mahaprabhu to come is what? To perform, to spread out Sankirtan. He came and he gave this. Yes? Enichi Oshadi Maya Nashivara Lagi Harinam Mahamantra Laho Tujhe Magi. Enichi Oshadi Maya Nashivara Lagi Harinam Mahamantra Laho Tujhe Magi. It is sent to give this Sankirtan movement, right? Yes. And now he's telling to Sarup Damodar Goswami that this is a disturbance. Mahaprabhu, you came to establish Sankirtan and you establishing Sankirtan is disturbance? Yes. In comparison with the Smaran, the remembrance I'm going through, this Sankirtan has become a disturbance. On the top, another level. I was in Vrindavan on the bank of Jamuna. Krishna was playing flute. And you brought me, with this Sankirtan, you brought me from there to here. And that's why this Sankirtan is a disturbance. So he overlapped that Sankirtan with something more high. And that is Smaranam. Dhimahi, Dhyanam. We chant Dhimahi in our mantras, right? Those who receive mantras. Dhimahi means what?
Let us meditate.
Let us meditate. Yes? But Srila Bhakti Rakshar Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, he described this word Dhimahi is what you meditate on. Any artificial posture or figure, he is saying the idle meaning of Dhimahi means Dhimahi. Meditate on the service attitude of the Supreme Lord. Dhimahi. Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. How I can serve the Lord? What is the best way to serve the Lord? What is the best way to serve Gurudev? Our Srila Gurudev, Shri Bhakti Vedant, my Shiksha Gurudev, Shri Bhakti Vedant Narayan Goswami Maharaj taught me when I was serving my Guru Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, in his 102 years, in his final pastimes, leaving this world. When he was performing sickness pastime, and he was like totally 4 months, not speaking, not eating, not drinking, nothing. Totally in Antardasha, Samadhi. And we were taking care of his, his necessities, cleaning him, medicine, food, etc. But he was not even reciprocating or no movements. He was just like this. But then Srila Gurudev came to see him, Shri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And he told me and all those brahmacharis who were serving Guru Maharaj in that, because it was so difficult to understand what is going through. So then Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Gurudev told, it's good you all taking care of his body, but that's not ultimate seva. The ultimate seva is at this moment, at this absorption where he is right now, to enhance his moods. Try to enhance his moods, which is more dear than you feed a Vaishnava. Govinda Prabhu, the servant of Mahaprabhu, is serving Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking care of his transcendental body, feeding, etc., massaging him. But what was the service of Sri Swarup Damodar Ramanand Rai? Making Mahaprabhu cry. Singing those bhajans, which was enhancing the moods of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, make him crying and weeping, and he's just scratching the walls and rubbing the walls with his nose. Is this his seva? Best seva. To enhance the mood of the Vaishnavas. This mood you can't purchase. This mood you can't purchase, or you can't donate anything equivalent to this mood. Once upon a time, a Vaishnava, saying about 28 years back, it was Ekadashi night. We were observing Nirjal without dry fasting and all night Sankirtan. And he told, switch off all lights. I don't want any light. Just one little candle was there. And he was weeping and crying, weeping and crying, weeping and crying, chanting and singing Mahamantra. And some devotees saw, they said, wow, that's amazing, that's amazing. This Vaishnava is crying. And they tried to give donations to him. Some Indian rupees notes. And he threw it away like this. What is this nonsense? The mood which is right now cannot be purchased. No matter whatever loss happens. Another example of my Guru Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. When he was dancing in front of the chariot of Lord Jagannath in Puri, playing Mridanga and singing with emotions, and all his god brothers, means the disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, with that so much emotions, they're singing and dancing in front of Lord Jagannath. Actually, not like us. We are just focused on our beats and our mridanga and our singing. Their focus on the emotions. What Mahaprabhu is going through. Say to pran nath painu. Singing and dancing like this. And then one pickpocket came and took a wallet from his pocket. And seeing this, one brahmachari, another sannyasi, he's trying to indicate to my Guru Maharaj, oh, Maharaj, Maharaj, Maharaj. And he's, don't disturb me. And he's singing and crying and weeping. Maharaj, Maharaj, Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj became so disturbed. What's the matter? Pickpocket, he took your wallet. Guru Maharaj said, let him go. Money will come again. But this mood will not come again.
Wow.
He's so absorbed in singing that. It's called absorption.
Srila Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj says, mood is everything.
Mood is everything. Intent is everything. Action is not everything. That's also Acharya is saying. Your intent, even to hear Hari Katha, is more important than your activity. And that's why there are 4 kind of listeners in Bhagavatam. You know, Shuk, Hamsa, all that. Anyway, if our intent of speaking and hearing Hari Katha, assembling here, is to please the senses of the Lord, to remember Lord Jagannath, being miles far from him, from Jagannath Puri, he can hear. If we say he can't hear, we are minimizing his glories. Because his name itself says Lord of the universe. He can hear every subtle sound. So what we are doing here is hearing from there. We are glorifying him and his associates. He is hearing from that far. But if the intent is there, oh, let me check what Maharaj will speak. I know better. And I will see, I'll find a fault what he's saying. Of course, I'm full of faults. There is no point in that. But intent, Krishna knows your intent of your services and knows your intent of your singing and speaking and hearing, whatever it is. So intent is more important. So moods is more important, as Didi is saying. Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. How to get that mood? You can't purchase that. Krishna Bhakti Ras Bhavitamati Kriyatam Yati Kutopalabhit Tatra Lolam Moolam Ekam Janmakoti Sukritana Labhit. Even after cultivating heaps of sukritis from many lifetimes, you cannot get this. Only thing required is lolyam, the greed. I want to hear, I want to hear, I want to hear. Prabhu is so greedy to hear Hari Katha. I'm saying this, very sincere. He has hunger, and that pulls him and bringing him everywhere. And that's why I'm liking him so much. Because he has greed. And that's the symptom of advancement of bhakti. If we have developed this greed to hear, Shravanam, 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 hearing. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go every day at Toto Gopinath to hear from Shri Gadadhar Pandit. Every day, hearing Bhagavatam from him. Mahaprabhu is Krishna. And who is Gadadhar Pandit? Krishna don't know Bhagavat. Radharani knows more. Because moods are important. Radharani mood is more higher than Krishna. And Krishna is there to hear Bhagavatam with the idea of adopting the moods of Radharani. That comes association. Even Mahaprabhu is greedy for association. What was his purpose to go South India? Travels, visiting temples. That was not his purpose.
Give association.
Venkatabhatta.
To receive association, not to give association.
From Rai Ramananda.
The only purpose of Mahaprabhu to go South India to receive association from Shri Ramananda Rai. That's the prime purpose. All other are secondary. To see Shri Ramananda Rai and to hear from him. Shravanam is so important. Krishna is fond of hearing. When gopis are singing Gopi Geet, where was Krishna?
Listening.
He was just there, listening this. Why he not immediately started Ras Leela? He called upon gopis, come. How he called upon? With some invitation, message, WhatsApp message.
Venu.
And this is his WhatsApp. And when the gopis arrived there, Swagatam Mahabhaga, Priyam Kim Karvani va. Oh, welcome, welcome. What brought you here?
It's a beautiful evening. You've
Yes.
seen the.
And many, good dialogues between them. Why Krishna didn't immediately start in Ras Leela? Because he wants to hear what are the jewels present in the heart of the gopis, hearing those. And when they are singing Gopi Geet, Krishna was just there, hearing this. Jayati te digam janmana vraja shayata indira shashvadatri daita dikshuta dikshutavaka Tvaidrita sava tam vichinvate tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavi medititam kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Shivadatatam Bhuvi Grananti Te Bhurida Jana Bhurida Jana Krishna listening this. He's hearing this. Very fond of hearing. Therefore, this word sadhu sangha, association, is not of this material world. This word sadhu sangha is from Golok Vrindavan, where Krishna is also yearning for association, similarly as Radharani is restless to have association. And when I say association, it's not the physical association form, but the name, the qualities, and description describing the pastimes. Radharani always chanting Krishna, describing the qualities of Krishna to his Sakhis. And describing the qualities of Krishna right in front of Krishna, Krishna who disguised himself as a heavenly maiden, damsel. Rather in describing. And Krishna, why he disguised himself as heavenly maiden? To hear what is present in the jewels present in the heart. If Krishna would have come direct as Krishna and say, Radhe, I want to hear what do you think about me? How much love you have for me? And you know what answer Radharani? I have no love for you. Go away from here. चित्तकारी तुम आए थे विषय चाय लगाए थे यत्नकारी नहीं काड़ी वारे तुम्हारे ध्यान शिक्षा कर लोकी हास्यमर स्थान स्थान ना करो विचारे. When Krishna met Braj Gopis, Radharani in Kurukshetra, and Krishna is started giving, he's very fond of giving lectures.
Yeah.
He's a good speaker. Very fond of giving lecture. He said, "Oh, Gopis, my bhakti hi bhutanam amrita kalpate." Oh, devotion unto me is ultimate. And because you have devotion for me, then there is no point of crying and weeping. You see me in your heart. I am present as Paramatma in everyone's heart. Gopi said, "Oh, you always speaking about dharma. Sthan na karo vichar. You don't consider what is the time, place, circumstance. When we came, all of us, we came for Ras Leela, you started giving Updesh, instructions. Not only that, you sending your person also for instructions, Buddha. You have no consideration. What is the place, what is circumstance? We are seeing you after such long separation, years of separation. Samriddhavan Sanyog. Sanyog is meeting. There are 4 kinds of meeting. Sri Rupa Goswami Pad described in Ujjwal Nirmani. There is Sangshipt, Sankirtan, Sampan and Samriddhavan. 4 sanyogs, so 4 meeting. One point is called Purva Rag. Purva Rag, you know what? Anticipating, waiting. Oh, Govinda Prabhu said he's going to come. He's going to. Why is not coming? Why is not coming? Why is not coming? Understand? So meeting after this Purva Rag is called Sankshipta Sanyog. I'm not going to elaborate on this because that's very, very intimate and very rasik. So I can't even utter that. It's between Radha and Krishna, very intimate. But then there is other meeting. The next level of meeting is after Man, after Salki mood. That is Sankirna Sanjog. Then there is Pravas, means after some little separation. You went for a few days, they came back. That's called Sampan Sanjog. But then Dur Pravas, when you meet, seeing someone after long time, that's called Samriddhavan Sanjog. Krishna, we are seeing each other after a long time and you started giving instruction.
This is the conversation in Kurukshetra?
Kurukshetra, Chaitanya Chaitamrita. But mixed with the commentaries of the Goswamis. Samriddhavan Sanjog. Samriddhavan Sanjog, Sanskrit word. So there are 4 kind of meeting, 4 categories of meeting. You know? So you don't know where to speak, what to speak. Start giving instructions. Whenever you come, start giving instructions. Therefore, Krishna is very fond of hearing sadhu sangha, hearing shravanam from Radharani's lotus lips. You know? The jewels which was present in her heart mixed with the saliva of that unconditional and unparalleled love when emanates from the lotus lips of Radharani. This is what Krishna is greedy for. And therefore he disguised as heavenly damsel. And start criticizing
himself.
Radhe, you know Krishna is not a good person. You did wrong falling in love with Krishna. Shri Radharani said, "Oh, no, Sakhi, why are you saying this? I can't even hear this. Why are you saying this?" "No, we know this. He's so cruel. He disappeared from Ras Leela, made all of you crying so much there. You have no faults. What was your faults? He's at fault. He invited all of you and then it is disappeared." Very cruel. And Radharani say, oh, Sakhi, don't say this. Oh, my friend, don't say this. You don't know. He's Bhakta Vatsal. He's affectionate. He's so loving. He's not cruel at all. But you misunderstood Krishna. I know Krishna better than you because Krishna loves me and I love Krishna. That prem which we have between us is indescribable. Because Radharani is saying, if anyone describe prem, that means he or she don't know what is prem. Because prem has no words to describe. And if we glorify, taking the best words to glorify prem, that's artificial glorification. Because there is nothing, there's no words, no sentence to glorify prem. You read this book, Prem Samput.
Yeah.
Read this. And starting from the verse 52, Radharani describing from her own lotus lips what is actually prem means. And Krishna is relishing this, tasting this, relishing this, tasting this. And that's the reason why he came, to hear. So sadhu sangha.
This matches with the description of Atma also somehow. And then in second chapter, Bhagavan says, Ashcharyavat vadati kaschitenam, Ashcharyavat kaschit anyanoti. Even after hearing, no one really understands.
Yeah.
You see? And that's why Gurudev, coming to that point, Gurudev told, at this moment your Guru Maharaj is in absorption. Serving his body is secondary, but primary is to enhance his moods. So read Chaitanya Charitamrita and sing the songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Narottam Thakur. Prabhu, believe me, moment we started, after getting this advice from Srila Gurudev, his instruction, when we started doing this, my goodness, non-stop tears from his eyes.
Oh.
You can't cry that much. I'm the witness because I was having tissue paper to wipe his tears.
Tell us more, tell us more.
24 hours non-stop tears. From where getting so much liquid? 24 hours. I'm not saying false.
Exaggeration.
No, I'm not doing that.
How close to his departure from our earthly vision are you speaking about? Which
So he was in that state for 4 months. 4 months.
4 months.
Huh? And then one night, foam came from his mouth. Foam. And we were very new, not understanding what's happening. But if you read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami, you see all symptoms of bhav. Then you can relate very easy. Foam come.
What chapters did you read?
Chaitanya Charitamrita, Raghunath Das Goswami, Rath Yatra, any chapter.
That's very sweet that you mentioned about the intent is bigger than the action.
Yes, yes. And that is what is so important in spiritual life. Even in material life reciprocations, your intent is more important. I don't like you, just give you an example. If I don't like you and I'm giving you a flower saying, oh, I like you so much, but my intent is something else. So I'm not fair in my dealing. And in spiritual world especially, intent is very important. With every aspect. Even speaking Hari Katha. Even singing songs. I want to highlight that I know so much. Or I'm very melodious in singing. My intent is to show off. It's not to please Gurudev and Krishna. The whole idea get defeated there. Therefore, bhakti, therefore, prem, and self-interest is not two things. It's not one, it's two different aspects. So we should have a ledger, a book, I always say to my devotees, and make one line in between and write prem, means bhakti, and self-interest. And we can judge ourselves from morning till night, all our spiritual practices, it comes for self-interest or Krishna interest.
Wow.
Self-judgment. Self-interest or Krishna interest. And what we find in this state, I'm speaking about myself, not to anyone, please don't take my offense. The points of self-interest is more and Krishna interest is too less.
Yes.
This is a graph. But by constantly hearing from advanced devotees who are giving a fire in the heart to make advancement, to serve more, to chant more, what happens? The point, the graph, gradually from this start coming equal. And when the graph of pure devotees, Srila Gurudev and all of our acharyas, the self-interest is nil, is a big O, and the Krishna interest is complete. Even they're eating, even they're sleeping, even they're bathing, everything is Krishna interest. Atma in the priti vancha, tate bole kam, Krishna in the priti vancha, dhare premna, meaning loud.
Atmindiya Priti Pancha means those things done for one's own pleasure. The pleasure of one's own senses is called kam or lust. And then Krishnindriya Priti Pancha, those done for the pleasure of Krishna's senses, is Dare Premanam. That is called prem.
Self-interest and Krishna interest. Atev gopi nahi kam gandh. Krishna sukha lage kare Krishna se sambandh. Loud.
Yeah, sorry. I was facing this way. So Atmindiya Priti Vancha is those things done for one's pleasure of one's own senses. Is called Tate Bole Kam. It's called calm or lust, self-interest. And then Krishnindriya Priti Vancha, those actions done for the pleasure of Krishna's senses, Dore Premanam, it's called prem.
अतएव गोपी नहीं काम गंध कृष्ण सुख लागे करे कृष्ण से संबंध चेतन चितामित आदि लीला अतएव therefore gopis have no self-interest only for the pleasure of Krishna. With that unconditional love there is no condition. Imagine, because we only understand material language and reciprocation, Krishna left Radharani, weeping and crying, right? 10 years. He came to Mathura, fell in love with Kubja. The news spread everywhere, even in Gokul. Oh, Krishna got a new friend in Mathura, Kubja. Yes. And then, no, just saying, and then Dwarka married 16,108 queens.
But he told them not to expect any kind of romance.
To whom?
To the 16,000 queens.
Not
He said this is just an official
Oh.
No, it was not official marriage.
It was an official marriage.
It was loving marriage. Expectations were there. That's why the love of the queens is called Samanjasya Rati. There are three kind of ratis. Kubja has Sadharni Rati, ordinary like love. Because the motive of Kubja is to, by serving Krishna, I get pleased. Self-interest. And that's his Sadharni, ordinary like. But there's another category, the queens of Dwarka, there's Samanjasya Rati. Oh, we will serve Krishna, so we will please Krishna, but we will also get pleased. So, self-interest and Krishna interest.
And their love was divided because they loved their children too, right?
Also children.
Children, so that was divided.
Yeah, every queen had like 11 children. With every queen, Krishna had 11 children. But then comes Samartharati, the Braj Gopis. No self-interest.
Wow.
No self-interest. That's what I'm saying, this point. The news spread that Krishna fell in love with one Kubja, with Mathura, and then he married 16,100 queens. So, Radharani would have given up her love for Krishna after hearing this. Your love is divided now. Yes? Super divided. Super divided. 16,108 supers divided. But did she ever forgot Krishna?
No.
Remembering Krishna, waiting for Krishna to come back. This shows how big heart and unconditional love. If she would have objected there, so don't relate this with material love. This is transcendental love.
But
Yeah.
she also knew that Krishna loved her.
Yes. But there's no condition. Now you started loving other queens and you married to them, and now I break my love with you. That's the condition. But her love is unconditional love, and that's why Krishna is submissive to this love, Samartharati. This prem is not controlled by the prem of the Kubja and not controlled by the prem of the queens. Is controlled by the prem of Radharani because it's unconditional prem.
And even her friends are advising her against it.
And that's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he concluded his instructions, Shikshashtakam, with the 8th verse, saying what? That's the mood of Radharani. Ashleshya. Sangha in California, very learned. All big scholars here. They can deliver the whole planet.
Lifetime of sadhana.
Lifetime. Yes, they are like decades. So Madhvi Didi, what's the meaning? Ashleshya.
I don't know about Krishna.
No, I'm not I'm not judging you, but just to the audience here.
Srimati Radhika is describing her unconditional love for Krishna that he might. Srimati Radhika is proclaiming, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in that mood is proclaiming her unconditional love for Krishna, that even he might ignore her, he might come before her, and he might embrace others and not even look at her, but whatever he does unconditionally, he is my only worshipful Lord unconditionally.
No conditions there. And that's why Krishna is controlled by the love of Radharani, and that makes Krishna folded hands and saying, I cannot repay your cannot repay your love. Krishna never did this to Kubja. Krishna never did this to the queens. He only did this to Radharani. Na pare hum nirvadya samijam. So sadhu kritta vibudhyo shapiva. Ya ma bhajam dirjaya gher shinkhala. You broke all those ties, which is so difficult. Durjya, I was hearing a lecture of Srila Guru Gobind Maharaj. And he was giving a lecture saying, Durjya gher shinkhala. Durjya is so difficult to give up these ties, these knots of family ties.
Yeah.
He was indicating to some of his disciples. It's so difficult. Durjya gher shinkhala. But gopis, they, you know.
Especially in India, right?
I was coming to this point. Thank you for. I was scared to say this. But it's so easy in Western world to give up the ties.
Right.
You know? So if anyone hears in Western world, oh, gopis have given all this and gave up their husbands to be with Krishna, what's the big deal?
Right.
What's the big deal? I did this 5 times. Yes, I'm not less than a gopi because I'm wearing gopi dress, so I became a gopi.
A Gurudev called Gopi.
Gopi?
Gopi. You are not Gopi, you are Goopy.
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 Do not become a goopy.
Yeah, so this is for those, this is for gopis who are following the high standard of the Vedic system, Vedic dharma, high standard. For them giving up is a big thing. This we need to understand that foundation, that platform. You know, just like, I'll give you one example. In school days, in my school days, there used to be like a, annual function, and they used to have like competition, racing, no? We'll see which boy comes first. So they go into lap 1, 2, 3, fast runners. So there used to be 2 friends, very close. And there were many like participants, but these 2 friends, very intimate, close friends, were also there. And the guide whistled and they started running. So it was like 30 minutes running. So this friend, let's say A and B. So because they were very close friends, the friend A who was winning, intentionally he slowed down. He wanted his friend B to win and get the gold medal. He could have done this, but intentionally he gave up this. Because and he was known to be a best runner, the best runner, and he practiced to win for this day. His name will be there, his pictures will be there, but showing his love and affection to his friend B, intentionally he slowed down and made him to win this. Sacrifice. And B understood this because he was in a movement, he can't just halt immediately because they were very close to that ribbon. So B slowed down, A slowed down and B crossed that, and he can't stop himself. He won and he got a gold medal, but he was in tears. And later he came to his friend A, said, "You made me win this. Don't think I have not acknowledged this. You made me won this medal, but actually you made me embarrassed. I got defeated. And actually you won this. You won and you made me defeat by making me winning over this medal." You understand this feeling? So it's easy to say, "Oh Mahaprabhu, he left his wife, he left his mother, and he took sannyas. He went out from his home. It's so easy to say because that's the culture. In Indian family, a son leaving Indian family, is next to impossible.
His 16-year-old wife, right? She was 16.
Yes. It's so difficult to give up. It's so attached. And there are, many details in there. I don't want to go in that. But anyhow, by hearing these pastimes, we need a foundation, a base, to build a house and a palace on that. If the fundamentals are not clear, and if we're not established in those fundamentals, then it's so difficult to understand this. And therefore Bhagavad Gita is what? A foundation. But Bhagavad Gita is not only foundation, Bhagavad Gita has so many secrets. If we hear from the lips of the commentators, the Acharyas, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, we see Madhurya Ras is present there. In the speaking of Krishna. It's not ordinary. But still, keeping Bhagavad Gita as a foundation and Srimad Bhagavatam is the palace. And Chaitanya Charitamrita is the flag on that palace.
Can you say that again?
Bhagavad Gita is a foundation, and foundation has to be very strong. If the foundation is weak, the house collapses. Right?
Yes.
In California, we have earthquakes. So many earthquakes here. Every other day is earthquake. So foundation is has to be very strong. So Bhagavad Gita, reading Bhagavad Gita, understanding Bhagavad Gita, but hearing and understanding by studying with the Vaishnavas and hearing from them with the commentaries of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that makes very strong built foundation. And on that foundation, it's easy to make a palace of Srimad Bhagavatam. Otherwise, you know what people say? Some people, atheists, you know what they say? You worshipping this God? What kind of God is he? They say he's a demon. He's a demon God. How are you saying this? Oh, he was 6-day young boy and he killed a woman. 6-day boy killing a woman. That is his symptoms from childhood. And then on the top of that, stealing. Stealing, going different homes, stealing, making everyone so he's a troublesome child. Troubling everyone, so naughty, notorious. And not only that, oh my goodness, stealing the clothes of the young girls and telling them, you come out naked. What is the moral conduct of this God? And then on the top of that, my goodness, he started establishing affairs with other wives. Not one or two. There's so many. Just because he's taking advantage of his beauty and his qualities. Yeah, he's a very good musician. He plays very good instrument, a flute. And he looks very smart, handsome. He's taking advantage of this and dancing and singing and having all this with other wives. And not only that, he's a murderer. He killed his own uncle. He killed his own uncle. And then he migrated overnight. He ran away. Overnight, established one palace, Dwarka. And not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. My goodness. Before he was having love affairs and now he started marrying. 16,108. And not only that, not simple marriage. The very first marriage is kidnapping.
Autocrat, despot, and liar.
Huh.
Autocrat, despot, and liar.
Liar. kidnapping Rukmani. And not only he kidnapping, his son is also kidnapping. And then his grandson also kidnapping.
He's teaching others to
And he also taught Arjuna.
I'm coming to that point. He's kidnapping, his son is kidnapping, his grandson also kidnapped. And then he's telling his sister also to get kidnapped. What kind of God is he?
Son kidnapping, which one? What is that?
Pradyumna?
Pradyumna. Oh, yeah.
फिर उसके आगे सांबा भी है.
Samba.
All kidnapping is there. No, because foundation is not clear.
Right.
What is the intent and why is doing this? That's not clear. So foundation is weak. And that's why Krishna said, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to make that foundation strong. Janma karma chame divyam evam yuveti tatvata. My birth and my pastimes are not ordinary like yours. It's divyam, transcendental.
Braje prasiddham navnitayu.
No.
So we'll say that for that foundation to be strong, so it's not just the Bhagavad Gita itself, we need the commentaries from the Vaishnavas.
Yes.
Then it makes
If you want to go another level of understanding, then commentaries. है ना? Bhagavad Gita is promises of Krishna. He is promising, giving protection to his devotees. Don't worry. I am giving this. A promise to you. Kaunteha pratijani name bhakta parnashati. My devotee never perish. I am here to take care of. Don't worry. Ma shucha. Don't worry. So foundation is strong. So on this very auspicious day of Lord Jagannath's public bathing day, Snan Purnima, we should beg something. Of course. We should always ask something. There's a general people saying we should not ask anything from God. It's true, but we should not ask any material benefits from Him. But devotees ask more than ordinary person. This song book is full of asking. Request.
Transcendental greed.
Greed. The song was just full of demanding.
But it's all in good intention.
Not good, pure intention. So we pray to Lord Jagannath. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced in front of you with his associates, Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada and all prominent acharyas. That mood which they were having, seeing you and serving you and staying in Jagannath Puri, may a drop of that mood reflect in our hearts. With your causeless mercy, I know very well I am not qualified. Please, karo more atmasat. Make me qualified to come to this level. I'm requesting, I'm begging the qualification from you because I'm a beggar. And if you try to judge me, you won't find any good quality in me. I'm so sinful and I'm an offender. Please make me qualified. Please make me qualified. I really, sincerely, honestly, from my heart, I really want to serve you and want to get a drop of that moods of acharyas. That's the success of my life. Other than that, life is always have ups and downs. It will going to be forever. But this is what I'm praying for you. I'm praying to you on this very special day. You know, on the birth of the child, parents, they're very generous. You glorify child and parents, they always give you gifts. So on this day we pray to Nand Maharaj, Yashoda Maiya. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomar shakat yache. Krishna is yours. Who's Krishna is? Nand Maharaj, Yashoda Maiya. and I'm beggar, and I'm begging this Krishna from you. You can very easily give. So we're not asking from Krishna, we are asking from Nand Maharaj and Yashoda Maiya. We are asking from Sridham Subal. We are asking from the gopis, and we are asking from Radharani. She possesses Krishna the most. There are gradations, no?
Yes.
Krishna is not complete with all others. He is complete only with Radharani. So, Gaur Premanand. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakraju ki Jai. Vancha kaltarubhyacha kripa sindhu bhavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki Jai.
Srila Bhaktivedanta Siddhanti Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Sri Guru Parampara ki Jai.
Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami
Raj ki Jai.
That's the best one.
Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami
Swami Maharaj ki
Jai.
Jai. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada ki Jai.
Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj ki Jai.
Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki
Jai.
I wanted to know if you could, you just reminded me of this by saying, I wanted to ask if you could say what the meaning of Nandakaya Nandabaya Jai Kanaya Lalaki, because you reminded me of when asking the benediction when Krishna was born, and I always wondered what the meaning of that saying of the Brijbasis was.
What is it?
नंद के घर आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की. Who has taken birth in Braj? Krishna. Another word of Krishna is, what is the meaning of Krishna? Krishna. Krishi bhu vachka shabda nacha nivritta vachka. Krish means one who is endowed with all six opulences. Aishwarasya, Samagrasya, Virasya, Yasasya, Shriya, Gyan, Viragi. Means all knowledge, all renunciation, all beauty, all strength, all opulence, all fame. But Na means Ananda, bliss. So Nanda ke ghar Ananda bhayo. Who has taken birth in the house of Nand Maharaj? The personification of bliss. And that's Krishna, because Na means all blissful. Krishna, Nanda ke ghar Ananda bhayo. And Brahm Sutra, there are 550 Brahm Sutras. In one Brahm Sutra is said, Anandamay Abhyasat. Krishna is embodiment of Ananda, bliss. So it's not only that a boy has taken birth in the house of Nand Maharaj, but personification bliss have taken birth in the house of Nand Maharaj to give bliss to all inhabitants of Vrindavan. And with his manifestation with his pastimes, giving bliss to everyone in the three worlds. Whoever come in contact with the name, form, qualities, pastime, description of name, form, qualities, and hearing about name, form, qualities, pastimes of Krishna, bound to get bliss. Because he is the source of bliss and he is the one who gives all bliss. He has no other objective. His only objective is to give bliss. Because he is always in bliss. And if you touch the bliss, what you are going to get reflect? You get bliss. So on this day, when Shri Nand Maharaj is distributing cows to Brahmins, and so many jewels, valuable jewels to his servants, we are also standing in a line to also get something from Nand Maharaj. And what we are asking? Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro. Krishna is yours. You please give Krishna to us. Brahmins, they're getting cows from Krishna, Nand Maharaj. They're very greedy. They came with a mood, oh, Nand Maharaj. They always When they coming to Nand Maharaj, they're thinking, if I say 20 cows, he will give me at least 10. Say more. So he came to Nand Maharaj and he said, "Oh Nand Baba, badai ho." Badai ho means?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You got Ananda, you got Krishna. You got a beautiful boy. So, I want 20 cows. Then Maharaj ordered his servant, gave him 40.
Haribo!
And he said, what? 40 cows? That was a wealth in those days. Cows. Godhan. Then seeing this, other Brahmin got greedy. Oh, he got 40. He said, Nand Maharaj, I want 40. He told his servant, give him 80.
Haribo!
Whoever is asking what, he is giving double. You know? And when the Brahmins are bringing all these cows and putting cows everywhere in the house, the kitchen, bedroom, living room, everywhere cows.
Nowhere to keep them.
Huh?
There was nowhere to keep them.
Nowhere to keep them. He's giving so much because he's so happy. So this, on Krishna Janmashtami day, we should ask this from Nand Maharaj and Yashoda Maiya. Very generous on that day. That Krishna is yours. Is your wealth, is your jewel. Give some Krishna to us also.
Please give us a
Please give us service to Krishna. And we want to serve Krishna. This is Nanda ke ghar Anand bhayo, Jai Kanaiya Lal ki. Hathi Goda Pal ki or Jai Kanaiya Lal ki. Gaur Primana. 5-10 minutes Kirtan, Mahamantra.
life.